policy of DART with regard to a non-discrimination policy for sexual orientation and gender identity in particular. I had the privilege of serving on the City Council of Dallas for 8 years, from 1997 to 2005, and served as Deputy Mayor Pro Tem and Mayor Pro Tem. In 2002, the City Council of the City of Dallas passed an ordinance, a non-discrimination policy that covered employment accommodations for sexual orientation and gender identity within the City of Dallas. It did not apply, however, to governmental entities, as I'm sure you are aware. What I'm asking you to do at some point in the future is to pass a similar non-discrimination policy stating that DART will not discriminate on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. I feel that this is very important. The main reason why I am down here tonight is because I feel the actions that DART's lawyers took with regard to that one particular employee, about whom I'm sure you've heard quite a bit, were very unfair and unjustified. And what I would ask you to do at this point, members of the DART board, is to do the right thing. And what I mean by that is to, number one, pass an ordinance, or pass legislation on your part that would include gender identity as well as sexual orientation in DART's non-discrimination policy. And number two, to instruct your lawyers to not interfere in future actions, such as the one that was taken by the employee in question, whereby she was seeking to have her gender marker changed to reflect her true identity. I want to thank you all for giving of your time and your service. Believe me, I know how hard it is to do this. I appreciate that. Again, I ask you to very strongly consider changing your policy and to do the right thing for all citizens that you serve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
We do appreciate the dialogue today regarding the amending of the non-discrimination policy to include gender identity and expression, transgender. You should have received, every one of you, a copy of the CNN Presents. Her name was Susan on DVD, but I suspect that it might have been, ball might have gotten dropped on that. The LGBT community, however, rejects your position or your defense of going into family court to have an order vacated, an order that had no position and no effect on the performance of her job. The LGBT community also rejects the position denying domestic partner benefits to its employees, because it could even be same-sex couples, and for whatever reason they choose not to get married, could be to protect themselves, their partner from education loans, student loans, could be to protect them from another judgment, or for whatever reason. And domestic partner benefits just makes the company in Dallas more attractive. We call on the board to redouble its efforts on diversity sensitivity training. Since the last meeting, Raphael and others from the Resource Center of Dallas met with members of DART, and we now know what your diversity sensitivity program looks like. And covering all manner of race, all manner of gender, all manner of religion. Sounds commendable until you realize that you're shoving it all in 1 hour. And while legally that may be compliant, the word that comes to my mind is contempt. That's contempt of diversity. That's contempt of your employees. That's contempt of the mere idea that North Dallas and North Texas is a diverse community. I had the benefit or privilege of serving on a diversity training program with Dina Gray, who was the manager of housing assistance for Harris County, Bishop Dr. Roger Culberson, of Lubbock, and a few others. We developed a diversity training program which the state of Colorado Health and Human Services adopted. And let me tell you something. Dina took half a day just doing African American. Roger and I took half a day doing theology. I took another half a day doing trans, and Danny Garza did a half a day doing LGBT. Please revisit, redouble your efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments.
My name is Patty Fink. I'm the president of the Dallas Gay and Lesbian Alliance, and I've appeared here before you about a month ago on this very topic of the EEO policy and diversity training here at DART. The Dallas Gay and Lesbian Alliance has been very involved with the city of Dallas for many years. We're 33 years old, and we began doing diversity training in the Dallas Police Academy in 1993, excuse me, which we continue today. And we also do training in the Dallas Fire and Rescue, which we've been doing since 2000 or so. This training and the importance of an EEO policy, it's not just a bullet point to cross off. This is very important to our community. It's important to the success of DART. And it's important to the community at large in North Texas. Treating everyone fairly clearly takes some training in our community. Because there is discrimination that happens, I think, simply because people don't know and understand others, people who are different. And I think it's vitally important that DART take the time to be proactive in seeking quality programs that will bring the staff and the drivers and everyone who is associated with DART up to a professional standard where they can deal with every member of the public. Every member of the public. Because it's not a matter of if an LGBT person or any other person who's different encounters DART and its services, it's when. And people, every day, we're trying to increase ridership here. Everybody wants to be able to be treated with respect and dignity. And certainly from an employment standpoint, this is a vital issue that needs to be addressed forthwith. You know, there are jurisdictions all over the state who change gender markers for transgender people all the time. They take it to their employers, and their employers comply with that. And DART seems incredibly draconian in its response. And I would urge you to do more exploration and more study of the law and how it's being applied in Texas. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.